Welcome back. I jumped from one live to another live just to let them know I'm still down to do it. Look at Nicole X. She's like, I'm back. Nicole be the first one on here. And in case you're wondering, in that little snapshot picture, that's me in the middle. Now, let's get into the new drama already with Star Wars. As I told you, there were problems brewing. Y'all didn't believe me. But yes, there are problems brewing. Oh no, Mark Hamill's thing, that was just a joke. People don't understand what Mark Hamill was joking about. Don't read the Last Jedi and get the secrets. He's just joking. That's not even it. It's about Princess Leia. The rumors has already started that they were planning on replacing Leia. Oh, please tell me that's not true, Area 33. Because we just talked about that, and sure enough, those two are dressed alike. I'm done. Yes, I heard Colin Trevorrow from Jurassic World, in his script, he wanted Robin Wright to play Princess Leia. You're hearing it here first. In the script, the word around the campfire is Robin Wright. And you guys might say, who is Robin Wright? She was the warrior in the movie Wonder Woman. Robin Wright. The woman in Wonder Woman who died and sacrificed herself for Wonder Woman, who trained Wonder Woman from House of Cards. She played Jenny in Forrest Gump. Jenny. She has become, yes, she has become the face of feminism. They loved her in Wonder Woman because she's always in tremendous shape, keeping her body and core in shape. Because she's the face of feminism, basically. We have a different situation. We have seen something in Star Wars land we have never ever heard of before. Replacing a character that's iconic as Princess Leia. It cannot be done. We know this, Dre. And I think that was part of the problem. Now, I've heard people saying like it was, when it first happened, they didn't know what they were going to do because of the script. And they were going to have to change it. She was originally going to be in episode 9. Now she's completely written out of episode 9. So there's not going to be Princess Leia in episode 9. But Colin, when he was writing the script, wanted to have Robin Wright just play the part they already wrote out for Carrie Fisher. And just have her finish the rest of it out. And they can get Robin Wright to play Leia. Now that Kathleen got involved, Kathleen came out and said it personally, no, Princess Leia will not be in episode 9 at Star Wars Celebration. She let it be known there's no way we're going to replace an iconic character with CGI, nobody else. It's not going to happen. It's not gonna happen. Because as Kathleen said, Catherine, she was originally 9. She was originally supposed to be in part 9. So the rough draft, the early draft that was submitted, she was in it. So now it's like, well, how are they going to do this film here? Because the film is done with her continuing on to episode 9. Abrams is directing episode 9 because they trust he's going to do a safe job. I don't know why Rian Johnson isn't in there. It's going to be set up just like the original Star Wars. George Lucas did episode 4. Everybody loved it. When Empire was done and that other director did it, people loved Empire. Return of the Jedi came out and people loved it, but not as much as Empire. And once they saw it was different directors, and they said, well, now George Lucas sucks. Because that guy who did Empire, he was the best. Which was true. He's a better director than George Lucas. That guy, rest in peace, I can't remember his name. He was the best director there was. The shots, the scenes, the lines he changed. Even though Lucas was there to supervise, it was his decisions, very critical decisions, that really made things go. The Hoff scene, I give Lucas that. George Lucas was the one that said, you know, we need to do something with Luke because people kind of get bored. So they set up the Hoff scene. That was a lot to do with George Lucas. George Lucas is like, well, we have him fight the wombat in the ice, you know, to kind of keep people into it because they're going to have to tell a lot of story in between. And people kind of want to see Luke and see where he's done and how far he's gotten with the Force. So you got to see some early lightsaber action, even though if it was for a little bit of seconds. I don't think Mace Windu's alive. No. You know, I know Sam want to be alive. This is the perfect time to get back into the Star Wars universe. Because they're going to make all different Star Wars movies just like they're doing with Marvel. That's what Disney's plan is, to make Star Wars like Marvel. That's why you got all these individual movies coming out. In 2020, the Knights of the Old Republic should be coming out. The movie. It's secretly under wraps right now, but it is heavily talked about. The Knights of the Old Republic. In 2020, it should either be, it should be probably coming out in 2020, or they're going to announce it probably at the next celebration. The only problem with Knights of the Old Republic is that it takes a lot of work, because that was a lot of CGI, that was a lot of things happening, and it was dark, real dark, no colorful characters really in there. Even the good guys were bad. You know, there was no heroes basically in the Knights of the Old Republic. Everything was like chaos. You know, it just wasn't, it didn't click. And the action scenes were incredible. So if you had the Knights of the Old Republic comics and all the stuff like the games, then you get to see the old Siths like Malik, and you know, people want to see those on the movie screen, like the comic book fans, and Disney's going to bring that stuff to life. Oh, the surprise, the unveiling in The Last Jedi? The unveiling, I believe, is going to be the ghost of Christian Haydenson playing the role of Anakin Skywalker. I think that is the surprise cameo. He was rumored to be on a set somewhere. He showed up at Celebration, and he hasn't been at a Celebration in 15 years, and he showed up at Celebration. And I said, yeah, he hadn't been here in 15 years and he shows up for this? Okay. That's what people, episode 5, Empire Strikes Back, everyone decided, you know what, let's go get lightsabers. You know, let's show lightsabers. They wanted to make sure they showed some scenes or some action scenes where you see Luke using the lightsaber. Even if it's for like a 40-second scene, we need to show Luke using the lightsaber. And then things changed again. Every time you look around, things change. The Ronnie 9. But see, what made Star Wars great is the way it was set up. It wasn't set up in this traditional way of we're just gonna focus on one thing and that's it. Don't ask us about nothing else. It's all about lightsabers. You gotta have some story. You gotta have epic proportions and characters that people actually care about. So in the end, though, it's normally capped off by a dramatic lightsaber battle. Yep, a dramatic lightsaber battle. That's how the battle was won. Thank you. Thank you so much. You thought about it? All Star Wars films, the original, they're capped off with a lightsaber duel as the climatic scene. That's how it was done. That's how peace was rendered at the end. But there were also other battles on the field that mimicked wars that we've had from World War II, the war that we had in the Battle of Louisiana, the War of 1812. The way the structure is, you have the ground war, you have the war in the air, and you have the war with the swords, with the two actual combatants. So you normally would have 3 things going on at one time. At one point, you had 4 things going on at one time, which was too much in episode 1, and they knew it. They knew that's where they dropped the ball. You had this ridiculous trying to get the viceroy thing. They're on their way to try to get the viceroy. Let's Chancellor, we need to discuss a new peace treaty. So Queen Amidala and them, they trying to get this peace treaty going. Then you got the viceroy. We must get the viceroy. Then you got Jar Jar Binks doing the battle with the droids out in the field. Then you have Anakin Skywalker, and he's supposed to be the appealing one for the kids. What does this do? Let's turn. Whoa! Jake Lloyd, yeah, that ruined his career. And he's out in space fighting the ship. That's 3. 4 is the actual thing that we wanted to see. Darth Maul versus the Jedis. The epic battle. You have 4 things going on at one time. It was so distracting. So distracting. Condensed and cut wrongly. If any one of those scenes needed to be lost, the whole viceroy thing, that whole scene was just a waste of time. The battle that made sense was the one out in the field with the droids, with the Gunions. They needed to be fighting out there with the viceroy, and they called the viceroy or whatever. Or Anakin going out there blowing up the ship himself out in space. You can have that scene, put everybody on the field with the Gunions, let that be done right there. Or don't even have the viceroy there. Let Queen Amidala go with the Jedis or whatever. They get to the viceroy or whatever, period. Have that all in one scene or in one section. Or after they beat Darth Maul, they go get the viceroy. They could have did it that way. As soon as they beat Darth Maul, they get the viceroy, negotiate a treaty, period. Deal is done. That whole scene did not need to happen. Just 4 unnecessary scenes at one time. And they learned from that. They said, we can't do this again. So you didn't see that happening. So in episode 2, which people's like, I hate episode 2. There's nothing wrong with episode 2. Except for a few things. the pacing, the bridging of the romantic couple between... Well, for some reason, they're breaking me up. I don't know what's going on with YouTube today, but they're breaking in and out. Sorry about that. But the relationship between Anakin and Padme, that just didn't gel well. And it was done too quickly. Because they had so much time they had to make up for. But other than that, I'm out. Don't forget to, you guys are here in the live stream, go back and watch the beginning of the video so you can get all the information and get caught up. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm trying to think. Who made this polo? Might be Polo.